Good morning students. I hope you all are very fine. And in last video we were till here, orphans and widows. The war makes, if the war will stop, there were no orphans and widows in the world. Okay, and now I am also linking you from here. Okay, as we have already seen the best Christmas present summary we have started and 3 paragraphs we have finished. And now see, I am linking the last paragraph to this one. The soldiers from the rival camps smoked, laughed, drank and feasted. Hans said that he liked marzipan, the sweet covering on Jim's bread. What is marzipan? It is a sweet cover on or some sweet menu. It is some sweet menu, marzipan. Okay, and it is covering on Jim's bread. Jim wrote in the letter that he had never seen or imagined a Christmas party like that. On that day, whatever they have enjoyed in his whole life, he never enjoyed like that. They played football also. Both agreed on one point. The countries should have better resolved their disputes by playing a football or cricket match, because no one dies in the match, whereas war leaves behind orphans and widows. War leaves behind orphans and widows. If the problem of the wars will be solved, instead of war there will be cricket match, and who will be win, the that country will be the winner. Who will win the match, that country will be winner. So there were no orphans and widows. Orphans and widows, if the so many fathers they died in the war and their children become orphans, without father, and widows, that ladies become widows. The game was finished, so did the drinks and cakes. Jim told Hans that they hoped to see families as soon as the fighting ended by Christmas next year. The author put the letter back into the envelope and drove into Bridport. He meant to hand over the letter to Connie, that Mrs. Macpherson. Now see, the game was finished. So did the drinks and cakes. The drinks and cakes were also finished. Jim told Hans that they hoped to see families as soon as the fighting ended by Christmas next year. The author put the letter back into the envelope and drove into Bridport. He meant to hand over the letter to Connie, Mrs. Macpherson. Now see, till here, from here to here, I am going to describe you in Hindi. Okay? जैसे ये गेम ख़त्म हो गया, उसी के साथ खाना पीना भी रुक गया. सो डिड द ड्रिंक्स एंड केक्स स्टॉप्ड, है ना. उसी के साथ खाना पीना भी थम गया. जिम ने हंस को बोला कि उन्हें उम्मीद है, दे होप, कि अगले साल क्रिसमस तक ये युद्ध को विराम होगा. इट मीन्स दिस वॉर विल बी फिनिश्ड विद इन नेक्स्ट ईयर. हम लोग अपने परिवार के पास पहुंच जाएंगे. एंड आफ्टर फिनिशिंग दिस वॉर वी विल बी with our families next year. Okay, so this is Hindi translation. The author put the letter back into the envelope. So what author has done? He put the letter back into envelope and drove into Bridport. And where he went? At Bridport. He means to hand over the letter to Connie. But now what author now wanted? He wanted to give or to hand over the letter to Connie. She is Mrs. Macpherson. Connie was now 101 years old. How old Connie was? She was now 101 years old. Her house had caught fire, but she was saved. She was in a conservatory. Here conservatory means old age home. Okay, now Connie was saved. Her house got fire and she was now in a conservatory old age home that take care of old persons. The author wished her happy Christmas and gave the letter to her. She recognized the writing of her husband. When the author, now the letter was with author, okay, and author went to Connie and she was at a conservatory and the author gave her that letter. She recognized the writing of her husband. She recognized that writing. Yes, this writing is of my husband, and felt very happy. She became very happy. She mistook the author for Jim, who had come home. But what she was thinking, due to her old age, she was thinking the writer, the narrator, or the author is her husband. She mistook the author for Jim. She was mistaking author as a Jim who had come home. Are you getting my point? उसको ऐसा लगा कि मेरा हस्बैंड जिम वो ही घर पे आया है. Who had come home as promised on Christmas. What he had promised her? Her husband Jim had promised her, I will come on Christmas. तो उसको लगा कि ऑथर ही जिम है और वही घर पे आया है. She kissed the author on cheek and asked him to read the letter to her. She wanted to listen to the voice of her husband. She said that he, it means Jim himself, was the best Christmas present to her. Now what she was thinking? She said through the author, please read this letter. है ना? I want to hear your voice and I want to hear my husband's voice. And when Jim read that, when the author started to read that letter, then what she said at last, that you are here, it means this is the best Christmas present for me. Here you are here with me, it is the great Christmas present for me. Okay, and so this is the title for this chapter, the best Christmas present in the world. Okay, now see, I am going to read some vocabulary also. Spotted, noticed. Junk shop, a shop selling junk materials. Okay, it means we called it kabadi. Roll top desk, a desk with a sliding cover. Oak, a kind of hardwood or timber. Expensive, costly. Clumsily, it means killed, awkwardly. Mended, repaired. Scratch marks, burn marks. Restore, repair. Garage, it means garage, car shed. Drawers and veneer, a thin layer of decorative wood. Okay, lifted, rose, it means uthaya. Next, this word damage. Those words you are not familiar, that words I am taking. Taken their toll, it means damage. Stuck, it means fixed. Sharply, powerfully. Reveal, means to show. Shallow, it means hollow. Sharky, it means not steady. Curiosity, it means desire to know. Scruples, it means moral considerations. Unfolded, it means smooth it out. Frame of mind, it means mood and state. Then parapet, the wall on the side of the wall or roof. Gripping, it means holding firmly. Trenches, it means a hiding place. Trick, it means deceive somebody. Trick, okay. Trick means किसी को फंसाना. Deceive somebody. Then generously, liberally, freely, to give someone generously. Drifting means to move to and fro. Don't worry, I will send you these pics also, and you have to write down the words in your notebook. Glow means shine, tenderly, lightly. Then vacantly with blank. Then boarded up, it means covered with wooden boards. Then muddle headed, it means confused. Then rousing, it means warm and spirited. Then chorus, it means group song. Treasure, it means stores. Probably, it means perhaps. Okay, so these are the words, these are the vocabulary, and whatever words you are known, don't write it. Whatever nouns you are not familiar with, just write them down. Okay, so take care of you.